This month's items that have sold for the month of March. First, thrifted this cute toddler Patagonia vest for $1.50, sold for $30. Next up, an HP CD writer. This was thrifted at the Goodwill outlet. Probably paid 50 cents, sold for $23. Sold a lot of some vintage, I think, of matches from around, I'm assuming in the US country. Picked these up for maybe a quarter or less at the Goodwill outlet, sold for $8.99. Sold a Premier Designs chain link bracelet. This was actually an item that was part of my own jewelry collection that I knew I wasn't going to wear. So essentially, it was just existing items. Sold for $15. These pair of men's Nike shorts were given to me by my older sister. She was cleaning out her closet and handed me a bag of clothes, and I seem to do really well with Nike items. These pair of shorts did have a worn out elastic. I did disclose that. So the item was free, sold for $10. Picked up this Small Wonders Baby Rattle Lovey. I got this at Savers for, I believe, 75 cents or $1. Sold for $12.99. I know these are small sales, but I think the small sales will add up. This is actually old stock. We used to have a Life is Good store, and these were items that were kind of lingering deep in my closet, so cleaned out the closet. Found a hard to find Life is Good shirt. This is one of the shirts that used to be made in Hudson, New Hampshire, or excuse me, printed. They've now outsourced out of the country. It's got the original hang tag, which Life is Good no longer produces. They do a tagless shirt now, but you can see the tag right there. I had it listed for $75, which is quite a bit, but I thought I'll price it high. It's one of the original shirts when they first started. Someone gave me an offer of $50, so I accepted that offer. The buyer didn't pay right away, so I actually had to open an unpaid case. As soon as I did, they paid immediately. So sold this shirt for $50. Sold a pair of Finnis Zoomers Gold Swim Fins. Picked these up for $1. Sold for $12. The buyer messaged me if they can pick them up. They lived in town, which I thought was pretty cool. This was my first local pickup. Sold for $12. I traveled back east a couple weeks ago. I've had wonderful luck selling Life is Good items. So, of course, back east, I was hoping to find more Life is Good items. I did not. Picked this shirt up for $1.50, I believe. Sold for $16. Another bread and butter item that I like to sell, North Face woman's zip-up fleece, thrifted for $5 at a Goodwill, sold for $25. I picked this item from the Goodwill outlet. I love the Goodwill outlet. If I have the chance to go, I picked up this crossbody leather bag. I would say for probably no more than $1. Sold for $15. Woman's North Face gray long sleeve logo hoodie. Bought this one, I think, for $5. Sold for $22. Not as much as I'd like for it. I did spend a little more than I normally would have, but figured I knew it was going to sell. So sold this for $22. A pair of Teva women's sports sandals. Picked these up at a Goodwill store. Paid a little more. They were $6. They were in excellent condition and hardly worn. Sold for $32.99. A Cabby Charming jacket, turquoise wool blend. I picked this item up at a local thrift store, I believe for around $3. It took a couple of months to sell, but it did sell for the price that I wanted. Sold for $30. I picked these Victoria's Secrets pink, my favorite sweats. These probably cost me 50 cents or less at the Goodwill outlet in Hudson, New Hampshire. Sold right away for $10. a Carol Little summer dress. Thrifted this item from the Goodwill outlet, maybe $1. Sold for 20. I thrifted this. I've never heard of this brand, Diva Lifewear. It's made out of an organic cotton. I thrifted this blouse for, I believe, $5. I think I actually underpriced it. It is, their target audience is for the plus size woman, sold within a couple of hours for $29.99. So definitely happy with this one. Cause USA floral printed yoga pants, yoga capris. These retail for about $79, $80. They were a little underpriced because there was a tiny hole on the side, so it did have a little defect, so I did lower the price much more than what I wanted to list it for, but figure if there was a defect, they need to be sold a little bit cheaper. So they sold right away for $12.99. Got a reply back from the buyer saying she stitched up the hole and she was happy and she was wearing the pair of yoga pants. A pair of Bionic Ortho Heel flip-flop sandals. These are, I guess they give you more support around the arch, so they are kind of a fully supported type sandal. Thrifted these for about $3 at a local store. They were listed for, I believe, $24.99. Took a best offer of $17.99. One of my favorite brands to sell, and always the icing on a cake when you can find Lululemon at the thrift store. Thrifted this beautiful pullover, which I was hoping would fit me but did not, because I definitely would have kept it. Thrifted this jacket for, I believe, $3 or $4, which is amazing. It sat in my store for a couple of months. I wanted to sell it for $60 and had a lot of lowball offers, but as you all say, list it and forget it. Eventually the right person will buy it, and sure enough, someone bought it for the price that I wanted. So sold for $60. Sold, I think, kind of a vintage 80s LL Bean logo crew neck sweatshirt, size 2XL. Got this in New Hampshire a couple weeks ago. I believe I got this for $2 or $3. Sold very quickly, probably within a couple of days from listing. Sold and listed for $25. Sold a Hobo International weathered suede crossbody. Looks like a camera bag. It was listed for $24.99, but I took a best offer of $14.99. It had been sitting in my store. I was really motivated to get rid of it, so I took the offer. Sold a vintage ice bucket. It was pretty cool. It had like this wood grain design. I had it listed for $50, but I took a best offer of $35. Sat in my store for quite a while, so I was happy to get rid of it and sell it to the buyer. Sold another Life is Good soft wash hoodie sweatshirt. This was part of our really old inventory. It was brand new, but it had defects and marks, which I fully disclosed. Listed for $50, but took an offer of $25. Thrifted, actually, I didn't thrift this, actually was bought at Dick's Sporting Goods in New Hampshire. It's an Under Armour mini braided headband. Bought it for $1. Flipped it for $11.99. I figure, hey, it was easy to store, easy to ship. Thrifted this Lands' End Paisley blouse. Got this one for $1 and actually took an offer of $18.99. Or best offer, listed for $24.99. I'm truly amazed with what people purchase online. Thrifted this Osprey hydration pack. It was well used, had marks, had stains, fully disclosed. Listed for $25 or best offer. Someone bought it for $25. A pair of Enzo women loafers. Now, I thrifted these for about $1.50, but I've had them forever. Took an offer of $13. Wasn't much, but I wanted to get the inventory out of my store. Thrifted this vintage low alpine backpack. I got this at the Goodwill outlet, and the inside was definitely worn. The little rubber layer that's inside of a backpack was wearing off, and it was coming off, rubbing off. I listed it for $35 or best offer. Someone purchased it for $35. Even that there was an or best offer option, but they wanted it, they paid it, and off it went. This cost me maybe no more than $1. And last, another new with tag Women's Life is Good soft wash hoodie sweatshirt. As I mentioned, I sold another one. This one had defects as well. Listed it for $50 or best offer. Someone paid $50. I find that truly amazing. I definitely would have accepted $25, but figured price high and see what happens.